Just 2 days into season 9 of the IPL, there are new teams, new players, but the biggest talking point happens to be an old voice that is missing from the commentary box. Harsha Bhogle was unceremoniously sacked by the broadcaster despite being on the IPL roster, allegedly on the insistence of the BCCI. Here's what the 54-year-old told the Indian Express, and I quote, "No one told me anything. I have not been formally told of the reason even now. All I have been told is it is a BCCI management decision," unquote. Soon after this news surfaced, the internet was flooded with tweets in support of Harsha, from cricket lovers to Bollywood celebrities, all mentioning how much they will miss hearing his views on air and wanting to know the real reason behind his sacking. Now, there are multiple theories doing the round as to why the well-known commentator was dropped. But in the absence of any sort of confirmation, it would be unfair to list any theories or counter-theories because that would be nothing but speculation. Our attempts, though, to get a reaction from the BCCI bore no fruit. What's really interesting to note is that Harsha isn't the first commentator to get the boot. Here are a few examples from the recent past which point towards a dangerous trend where the BCCI seems to be deciding what a commentator must and mustn't say on air. In 2012, Arun Lal was dropped from the Indian commentary panel for allegedly doing commentary in the Bangladesh Premier League, a direct competition for the IPL. In 2013, Sanjay Manjrekar was dropped as commentator for the India-Australia series despite having a contract with the official broadcaster for allegedly criticizing BCCI President N. Srinivasan and IPL CEO Sundar Raman during a webcast. The same year, Kiwi Danny Morrison and South African H.T. Ackerman were sacked from IPL commentary after they introduced Virat Kohli as India's captain-in-waiting at a time when questions were being raised about MS Dhoni's leadership. 3 years ago, renowned Australian commentator Ian Chappell refused to do commentary for India-Australia series after his contract didn't allow him to talk about Indian selection, DRS or administrative matters. So why is imposing restrictions on commentators a dangerous trend? Because cricket reporting loses its objectivity, eventually leading to events like these. Like the IPL of 2013, when the entire cricketing world was rocked by the spot-fixing scandal, the IPL commentary team and studio team didn't mention the F word during the entire duration of the tournament, let alone have a discussion on the most pressing issue in world cricket at that moment. Harsha himself has been guilty of turning a blind eye on controversial yet important issues in Indian cricket. His interview with the then ICC boss N. Srinivasan during last year's World Cup, where not a single question was asked about his removal as the BCCI chief on charges of conflict of interest or the big three taking over as the ICC under his leadership, was a perfect example of commentators adopting the head in the sand approach. So the question to ask cricket viewers is this: will you change channels if your favorite commentator is not on air? Because quite frankly, it doesn't matter who holds the mic in his hands, the remote control certainly is in the hands of the BCCI.